This is the last time anyone saw Lars Mittank. In chilling security footage, the 28-year-old sprints out of a Bulgarian airport, climbs a barbed wire fence, and vanishes into a vast sunflower field. He left everything behind: his phone, his wallet, and his passport. For over a decade, this digital ghost has haunted the internet, making him the most famous missing person on YouTube. But what on earth was he running from? A real threat? Or a terrifying delusion in his own mind? Let's break down his final, terrifying 72 hours. Just days before he vanished, Lars was a normal 28-year-old from Germany on a summer holiday in Golden Sands, Bulgaria with friends. Photos from the trip show him smiling and relaxed. But on the last night, a single argument in a bar would trigger a mysterious and terrifying chain of events that remains unsolved to this day. On the night of July 6, 2014, Lars, a football fan, got into an argument with other German tourists. He got separated from his friends and turned up the next morning claiming he'd been beaten up. His injury was real, a ruptured eardrum. A doctor advised him not to fly due to the change in air pressure and prescribed an antibiotic. His friends had to fly home, and though they offered to stay, Lars insisted he'd be fine alone. He checked into a cheap hotel near the airport to recover. It was here that his grasp on reality began to slip. Alone in the hotel color, Lars descended into paranoia. He was seen on security cameras pacing the halls and hiding as if being watched. He made a series of frantic, whispered phone calls to his mother, Sandra, telling her 4 men were trying to kill or rob him.
I could hear his heart pounding over the phone.
After fleeing the hotel in the middle of the night, he returned, more agitated than ever, and headed to the airport, desperate to get home. At Varna Airport on July 8, Lars went to see the airport doctor for clearance to fly. The doctor later described him as extremely nervous and erratic. Then, a man, simply a construction worker doing his job, walked into the medical office. For some unknown reason, the sight of this man sent Lars over the edge.
I don't want to die here. I have to get out of here.
What followed is the infamous surveillance footage. Lars bolted, sprinting full speed through the terminal, leaving all his belongings behind. He burst outside, scaled a 2.5-meter-high barbed wire fence without hesitation, and disappeared into a dense sunflower field bordering a forest. An extensive search of the area found nothing. No body, no clothes, no clues. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. As the CCTV footage spread online, his story went viral. For over a decade, his mother Sandra has never stopped searching, turning her private tragedy into a public mission, but there are still no answers. So what happened? With no evidence, we only have theories. First, an acute psychotic episode. His paranoia and panicked flight fit the symptoms. This could have been a rare side effect of his antibiotic, but the airport doctor later claimed Lars was so distrustful, he never even filled the prescription. Second, foul play. Was he really being hunted by the men from the bar? His terror seemed genuine, but no one else was ever seen chasing him on any footage. A third theory is the sudden onset of an undiagnosed mental illness like schizophrenia. Finally, there's the tragic possibility of accidental death. An injured and disoriented Lars could have gotten lost and died from his injuries or exposure. But why did exhaustive searches of the area never find a single trace of him? More than a decade later, the grainy footage of Lars Mittank running for his life is all that remains. He didn't just run out of an airport, he ran out of the known world, leaving his family in a state of unending torment. We are left with the same haunting question we started with. What was Lars running from? A threat no one else could see, or the terrifying collapse of his own mind? Let us know your theories in the comments.